Morning, Casio lovers out there. This video has been a long time coming for a friend of mine, and I just haven't had the time to do it. And when I say a long time coming, probably months upon months upon months. This particular model is the G-Shock D. Yep. G-Shock 511D, right? I don't know if you can actually see that underneath that light there, but it's, yeah. Anyway, and what he asked me, he says, how do you set the time on these things? Because I just can't figure it out. The instructions are online if you want to go through them, but they can be a bit of a pain, but, you know, for making things simple, this is how I do it. Right, the top left button, adjust. In the time mode, which is what that is now, as the display has got the date, it's got the seconds. If you hold that down, right, it starts to flash. Right, so then you can change the mode around and you can turn things on and off. GMT time, right? It's got the time there starts to flash, so you can alter the time. If you can see that at all, you see it flashing? Yeah. So then you can rotate it round, 24-hour clock if you fancy. And there's the day, the year should I say, it's 2025. Then there's the month, and that there again is the date. And there you go, right? All good. And you think, well, hang on a minute, how do I do the hands? How do I set the bloody hands on this darn thing? I know, it's a pain, isn't it? So, if I remember rightly, let me just find the right one. I think I'm going to go back to that a sec. So if I go into GMT, timer, stopwatch, alarm, with the mode button on the bottom here, and then you've got H, set, right? So let's recap, let's go back to normal, right? This is the time, okay? Holding down the adjust only sets the digital side of it, right? To get the hands to be set, if you press mode, bottom left button, all the way through until you come to H set, that is hand set, okay? And the top and the bottom buttons here, if I remember rightly, we'll have a look in a sec. I might have to use the adjust button first, but let me just try it because it's been a while. So if I use adjust, hold that down, and now it flashes. So now the reverse and forward you can use to alter the hands, if I've got it right. Let me just find this out. Let's have a look. Will you do it? Maybe not then. I might have to do the other way around. Oh, no, there we go. All right. So then I don't think it goes backwards though. No, I don't think it does. So holding the button down will rotate the hands, the bottom right button, okay? But obviously that can be a pain. So if you hold that button down and then tap the top button, it will then start to rotate on its own. And it go all the way around the clock, right? And you just let it keep going until it gets the time you want, okay? When you want it to stop, press the top button on the right and it'll stop. You want it to go again, hold it down, press that button in and let it carry on. And it will rotate round. Unfortunately, this particular model will not reverse the hands. There are other models I've got where the hands will reverse by pressing the top, hence the reason why I wanted to press that to go back the other way around, but it doesn't. So you've got to just sit there, wait for the watch to go all the way around. And then once it's done that, right, you can then stop it when it gets close to the 8:42 is what it's saying there, which by the time it gets there it's going to be more like 8:45. And then you just tap until you get it to the time you want it, whether you want to use that as a secondary time, like a dual time thing, and use the digital as the normal time. You can do whichever one you want, it's up to yourself. but we're going to keep going round and wait till it finally gets close to 8:42, and then I will do the small adjustments, and then that way you can see what that involves. It's nothing special really, I mean, you know. It's just one of them, isn't it? Just got to be patient with it and watch it, keep going round and round and round. A couple more hours to go. These are they're pretty straightforward, and it's not that difficult. It's just time consuming in a sense. Ta-da. Right, we're up to 7.5. Right, round we go. We're coming up towards 8 o'clock. Right, so now that we're getting close, right, so if I tap it there, stop it now, I can now, with the push of the button, just keep tapping it in, and it will rotate the hand to the point you want. So you want 43, so it'll be possibly 44. So 40 is there. If you notice the hand, I don't know if you can see that at all, but it will only step halfway through a point. It won't do a full segment. It'll do a half segment. At least I think it's half. It might be a quarter. There we are, 44. So we want to go all the way up to 44. Let's just have a look at that, see what it looks like about right. Yeah. Then once you've done that, hit the adjust button, and that's it. And you can put the handset back to the normal display, and away you go. And that's that. I hope that makes sense. Nice 7-minute video for you. Cheers.